बच्चों आज हम पढ़ेंगे सेकंड पार्ट ऑफ इंडिफरेंस कर्व and that show that consumer equilibrium and budget line, how the consumer achieve equilibrium through the ordinal utility. Previously I have already explained you what is utility. Utility means the want satisfying capacity of a commodity, and there are the two concepts that develop for the utility. First one is marginal utility or utility concept, where you can measure the utility in quantitative term, and second part is your ordinal utility in the concept that's developed by Professor Hicks and Allen, and first one developed by the Professor Alfred Marshall. According to Professor Hicks and Allen, we cannot accurately measure utility in quantitative term. Rather, we measure it we are comparing it one unit from the other. So where there the comparison of utility, that is known as your ordinal utility concept, and where you are measuring the utility, that is known as your cardinal utility concept. So which one is better one? Actually there are the three concepts developed. That's your utility concept, then second one is your indifference curve concept, and third one is your revealed preference theory. But in our syllabus there you see utility concept actually, and second part there develop the new concept, that's your indifference curve analysis, that developed by Professor Hicks and Allen. And according to them, we are comparing the utility of one person with the other. So as the utility is not a constant thing, that's based on human psychology, that human psychology varies from person to person, place to place, and time to time, and that's based on the intensity of human being, likeness of human being, preference of human being. The utility is such type of concept that is changing from person to person. So we are comparing the utility of one person with the other, one bundle with the other. So that comparison of utility that can be measured in terms of indifference curve. So indifference curve, what is indifference curve? Indifference curve is the locus of all the points of combination of two commodities which provide the same level of satisfaction. So we are taking the various combination, let it be A, B, C, D, E, and what we are assuming here, the monotonic preference, income and taste and likeness of the consumer should remain constant, and that should not change, income should not change, all the factors that remaining constant, and the likeness is also remaining constant, that all the points provide the same level of satisfaction to the consumer, that is known as the indifference curve. So indifference curve is the locus of all the points that provide the same level of satisfaction to the consumer. Today our topic is going through the budget line, actually the indifference curve, how the consumer achieve equilibrium through the indifference curve. So what is an equilibrium? Equilibrium is the point or position of rest where the consumer get optimum satisfaction, or that satisfaction that provide that what are the possibilities of satisfaction, what are the best possibility of satisfaction that consumer get in the point of equilibrium. So equilibrium is the point of rest. If we move from or move away from the equilibrium, then the level of satisfaction may differ, that we cannot get a better satisfaction. If we come towards the left or right, what we are going through the graphs, that the level of satisfaction will change. So equilibrium that provide the optimum level of satisfaction to the consumer. So let us discuss what is budget line. Budget line is the line which is the locus of all the points that provide equal budget to the consumer. Suppose you are taking the points, let it be A, B, C, D, E, and F. These are the points of the budget line, and the various points of the budget line yield the same budget to the consumer. The consumer is consuming, let's say point A, 10 units of goods X and 0 units of goods Y. That's the point. That T-X is a point. So what we observe, 10 units of goods X. Suppose I am giving it in the reverse way. Let us see. Suppose I will give in the other way. That's a reverse way of presentation, name presentation. That's how I am giving here. So suppose that you see in the left, in the other way, that you see. At the point A, the consumer is consuming 10 units, consumer is purchasing 10 units of commodity X and 0 units of commodity Y. At point B, he is purchasing 8 units of commodity X and 2 units of commodity Y. In this manner, if we move from point A to F towards F, the purchase of commodity X is decreasing, whereas purchase of commodity Y is increasing. So, but you see that budget is remaining constant. Budget of the consumer is remaining constant at all the points of the budget line, that we are purchasing the various amount of two commodities, various combination of two commodities at A point, A, B, C, D, E, F. There's various combination are there, but the budget yield by the consumer is remaining constant. All the points indicates or implies the same budget or provide the same budget to the consumer. So what are the consequences? What's the budget line? Can the budget line shift? Yes, definitely budget line shift. Various that's query in our mind come. Can the budget line shift? Yes, definitely budget line shift. If the commodity become cheaper with the same budget, we can purchase more of the commodity. That the budget line will be shifted towards the right. The budget line will be shifted towards the right. When it will shift? Because of the commodity become cheaper. With the same amount of budget, you can purchase more of the commodity, and the budget line can be shifted towards the origin when it become dearer. When it become costly, with the same budget, you purchase less amount of commodity. Suppose another case we can also take here. Suppose the commodity X become cheaper, with the same amount of budget, you can purchase more of the commodity X. Like that, if the commodity Y become cheaper, with the same budget, you can purchase more of the commodity Y. Like that, when the commodity X become dearer, we purchase less of the commodity at the same budget. Like that, when the commodity Y become dearer, we purchase less of the commodity Y. So budget line can be shifted definitely with the change of the price of the commodity. So let us discuss first the necessity of budget line to come into the consumer equilibrium. So what is consumer equilibrium? Let us discuss equilibrium. Consumer equilibrium is the point where the consumer get the optimum satisfaction, better satisfaction. The consumer get optimum satisfaction with the budget line, and indifference we are taking the help. So before going to the consumer equilibrium, we have to discuss regarding indifference curve, budget line, and ordinal utility. What is ordinal utility? Ordinal utility means we are comparing the utility of one point with the other points. We are comparing the utility of one bundle with the other bundle. That's your ordinal utility. And indifference curve is the locus of all the points that yield the consumer the same level of satisfaction by consuming the various amount of two commodities. And budget line is the line that shows the various combination of two commodities that yield same budget to the consumer. While we are going through the consumer equilibrium, we must to inject the budget line. Budget line, let's say budget line T dash, and various indifference curve is there, IC1, IC2, IC3. There are the three indifference curve. You people see that on the we see that all the points on the same budget line yield the same budget to the consumer. Point P, E, and Q yield same budget to the consumer. But you see that point E having in the higher indifference curve IC2 as compared to point P and Q. P and Q are in the lower budget, lower indifference curve, whereas point E is in the higher indifference curve. But you see, in order to go to the point, the consumer having no sufficient money to attend to the point B, and if we go to the point A, we are saving some amount. But what we are doing that? What amount we are taking? Must to spend that amount properly to get the maximum satisfaction. In order to obtain the maximum satisfaction, we must to compare the point P, E, and Q. So ordinal utility. Why I am telling this? This is the ordinal utility because we are making the comparison here of various combination point E, P, E, and Q. E point provide better satisfaction than the point P and Q. Why I am telling that? Because point P and Q in the lower indifference curve and E is in the higher indifference curve. So while we are going through the consumer equilibrium, must to consider the 2 points or 2 conditions. First condition, marginal utility of X by price of X must be equal to marginal utility of Y by price of Y. And second condition, budget line is tangent to the highest possible indifference curve. So where the budget line is tangent to the highest possible indifference curve, there we see the consumer coming to the equilibrium. So you people understand what is budget line and the various conditions where the budget line is shifted. And next one, the consumer equilibrium. And why consumer equilibrium? We are going through the indifference curve. This two commodity case. The very important from the exam point of view. Very often this question comes in the exam. How does the consumer come into equilibrium? Through the budget line and indifference curve. That's both are very useful to study. Those two conditions must be must be come into existence, or the must to consider these two conditions to come into the equilibrium, consumer equilibrium. So if there is any query, if there is any difficulties, if there is any problem, please ask me in my comment box and comment it, so that I will answer it and you will get the benefit out of it.